We are in just the closing weeks of these Georgia runoffs, so any big breaking news could be the thing that clinches it. And for Reverend Warnock, there's a little bit of bad news. I was on Twitter, and someone who works for the NRSC apparently unearthed a video from 2017 of Reverend Warnock, and that Republican was spreading this to destroy his campaign. And well, here it is.
While others were sleeping, members of the United States Senate declared war and launched a vicious and evil attack on the most vulnerable people in America. Herod is on the loose. Herod is a cynical politician who's willing to kill children and kill the children's health program in order to preserve his own wealth and his own power. Hope is in the air, but Herod is on the loose. The hopes and the fears of all the years have met in thee tonight. And so on Friday night, the United States Senate decided by a slim majority to pick the pockets of the poor, the sick, the old, and the yet unborn in order to line the pockets of the ultra-rich. Don't tell me about gangsters and thugs on the streets. There are more gangsters and thugs in Washington, D.C., in the Capitol, than there are. A bunch of.
So that was in response to the 2017 Trump tax cut bill passing, and it was also the best thing that Warnock's ever said. That's his best moment on video, brought to you by someone who works for the NRSC, believing that that video is gonna own Warnock. What is wrong with people? I tweeted, what kind of mold has to be infesting your brain for you to watch that and think, oh, we got him. He said that giving trillions of dollars to the ultra wealthy makes them thugs. Yeah, that's like the nicest way to characterize that, actually.
Yeah, no, I've just like lot of love, lot of endearment, and also like, let's never forget that the fake populism from the right claims to say the same things, that you're being robbed, that everyone in the White House or in Washington is, like they're the swamp and they're all corrupt, except they are actually the swamp, except they just want more and more swamp and they're the swamp creatures. Like they've only made it more swampy. And yet when Warnock says something or if Bernie says something, well, then they're anti-American. Well, then they're terrible. We should drag them through the mud. So like, yeah, the double standard around if you're progressive, if you're black, and you call out corruption in Washington, ooh. But if Trump wants to co-opt your message and he wants to lift everything you say, like he's lifted Bernie's lines, wholesale and repackage it as his own fake right-wing populism. Oh wow, genius, amazing, wins elections.
Yeah. Exactly, it's just sheer madness. And look, they've been trying to make him out to be some crazy, like they call Pete Buttigieg a communist, but they're trying to call him a communist and all of that, make him out like Kelly Loeffler's strategy was to just keep calling him radical liberal Warnock over and over and over. And the thing is, okay, maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll scare Georgia away from him personally. He ain't that crazy to the left, by the way. Like there's plenty that we disagree with him on. But I will also say, if he's able to get enough of his ads out and get it in front of enough people, the thing he has going for him is, even though I disagree with him on some things in politics, there is something sort of fundamentally likable about him. And not just that he can do videos, from when he was a pastor like what we just showed you. But I also want to show you his ad strategy. Here's one of his most recent ones, Encourage People ad, just came out today. And just tell me that you can watch this and not think that stood up next to Kelly Loeffler, whose best case scenario, the best interpretation of her is that she's a robot. Who thinks that this guy isn't likable?
There's a lot of stuff to do this time of year. Get the tree. Done. Hang the lights. Not yet. Wrap presents. Check. But this year, there's one extra thing to do. Vote. That's right, early voting starts December 14th, so make voting part of your holiday plans. It'll probably take you less time than it'll take me to do this. I'm Raphael Warnock, and I approve this message.
I mean, I'm sorry, that's likable. Is that not likable? Am I crazy? Am I just getting like pulled in like?
That's a good writer. That is a good writer.
That's good.
I was like, where's that lights joke going? It comes back in the end, gets you. That's a great callback. Oh, it's hard not to like that. Wow. And it's like zero political. It's like he really doesn't even say what he's about, which and like, I know as progressives, we hate that. We hate that like it's only about, likability. We insist that it's about policy and it's always about, but it's like, actually it's not. Like it is about coming across as human and as relatable. And maybe that sounds icky to people, but I actually think it's a good thing to also have that. And by the same token, you need face-to-face contact. You need direct conversations with people. And I know folks in Georgia are still knocking doors because they realize the value of that. Obviously, they're doing it safely. But once again, it's like, I know we have an allergic reaction to being like, oh, why are you trying to be cute? Just tell me if you're for Medicare for all. And like, sadly, that is not the way politics are played. And that's sadly not the way you win.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, we can want both.
Yeah.
And the right, man, it's like Sean Hannity will show like, here's like the radical agenda of the squad, and he shows like all these policies that are awesome. Or like, do you remember the ultimate example of this? And I don't know, there should be a term for this when something that is objectively awesome is pitched as a thing that's gonna destroy someone. Do you remember when they thought they were gonna like make a fool out of or destroy AOC with her college dancing video? And it's like the most joyous video I've ever seen. Like there are videos of people like feeding pizza to a pack of chubby raccoons that are less joyous than her dancing this flower of youth. And they're like, we got her, she's going down now. Like they are so out of touch, not just politically, but with like something fundamental to being a human, to being happy, to living in the light.
Look at her smiling and moving her body in squiggle ways. What to the sound of words that have a beat harmony. Like
they're exactly worse than the Footloose villain. Just don't get it.
They're all the Footloose villain. Everyone, the GOP is just the Footloose villain. But like, yeah, I know when that video was about to drop, I was like, oh no, here we go. This is my college video. Someone's drunk. And high. We're double faded. What's going on? Like I don't know, or like. This is some Mardi Gras thing. No, it's like an adorable, and it wasn't like for a cause. It was like for her class and stuff, and it was.
Yeah, it was totally and it didn't matter if she just did it. It's joy. Yeah. You know what people want? You know what people would support? Moving in squiggle ways 2024. That's what people want. Okay. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.